Hello everyone, and welcome to YouTube Small Biz Day. I'm Cassey Ho, YouTube creator and CEO and founder of Vlogalates. If you're a creator or a small business looking to connect with viewers and show them what makes your business unique, hold tight. Today we're talking about the secrets to success on YouTube. From ways to engage your audience to creating videos that will showcase your business offerings, we have it all right here. I'd like to welcome my friends Tiana Coates, creator, CEO, and founder of Winding Wick Candles, and YouTube small business expert and creator, Erin Winters of Erin On Demand.
Hi, ladies. I'm so excited to be here.
Okay, well, let's get right into this. I want to talk about the impact YouTube can have on your small business. So, Tiana, how has YouTube been integral to building your business, Winding Wick Candles?
I think YouTube is like the foundation of my business. I started posting my business idea in like 2018. I haven't even started, my candle business yet. And I just came on and I was like, this is an idea I have and I want to document it on YouTube. And ever since then, I have just been posting every week and it's just been an amazing community. So not only do I sell candles now, but YouTube has also helped me like grow a whole online course. And it's just the growth I've seen from YouTube has just been so awesome.
That's really cool that you're not only selling a product, but also teaching people how to build their own business as well. It's like 360-degree empire you've got going on over there.
Yeah, I would have never thought that YouTube would bring all of these opportunities, but I have just been going for the ride and and it's been so fun along the way.
Yeah, isn't that so incredible though, how you were able to add these different elements to your business? Because it was similar for me too. Like when I started my channel, my business was totally different. And I feel like YouTube guided me into the services and the products that I now offer because I was documenting my journey. And then my audience was like, well, we want that and we want this. And can you help us with this? And it just kind of really helped to mold my business. So Tiana, I think that's so cool that, now you have a course teaching people how to make candles to kind of offer a different dimension to your business. So way to go, girl.
Yeah.
YouTube always has a way of guiding us, right? That feedback we get from our audience, they really help guide us to the next thing we need to design or create. So Erin, often small businesses don't know how to showcase their products or they feel shy putting themselves in front of the camera. What advice do you have for small business owners who want to get started on YouTube, but they don't know where to start?
Okay, so you don't need a lot. That's always my biggest piece of advice is that all you need is yourself and a phone. And if you have something, we all have a story to tell. And I think that a lot of people, when they get onto YouTube or when they start a business, you really take advantage of all the things that make you who you are and make your business what it is. And that's the stuff that makes it unique. And that's the stuff you have to capture on YouTube. So I think that if you are shy in front of the camera, explore with different things. Like try vlogging, try voiceover. You don't have to sit right in front of the camera and talk right directly to the lens if that is something that makes you kind of clam up and get extremely nervous. So try different options just to see like what you like creating the best and then what your audience resonates with the most.
That's really true because there's so many different ways of creating content, but also I feel like that shyness too, that's okay to showcase as well because it's so authentic and that's what people want to see. They want to see the real you, and that's something that other people can't copy.
I watch other YouTubers that are totally like super successful on the platform that never show their face. And sometimes some of them don't show their face and they don't even speak in the video, but they have this way of capturing like what they're doing. And it tells a story, like the video itself tells a story, the editing, the music, that you still get a sense of the person's personality without even having to show your face and speak. So you can get on YouTube and just never show your face, and it's totally possible.
Yeah.
That's so true. And then when you do decide to show your face, it becomes a huge moment. So that's an opportunity as well.
I really didn't know how to put myself out there. Like I was kind of still struggling with, a camera presence, learning how to talk to a camera. So I started with how to start a candle business, how to, do a listing for your candle shop online. And then I started to graduate into vlog style content because although I do like teaching people, I found that I enjoyed the process of editing videos. As I started learning how to like put together music and tell a story through the video, it kind of graduated to vlog style. So now I do more vlog content with some hints of instructional videos, but I always add value to the vlogs too, because a lot of my early subscribers, they were there for the instructional content, like they want to learn how to grow their business. And so even though I'm still doing vlogs, every vlog I make sure to add value and a takeaway from every video. So it's going through my day, plus you're going to learn something still.
I 100% agree. I don't put out content unless I know it's adding some type of value to my viewers' lives, right? Whether it's entertainment, education, like it has to add something to their day. So I love that.
I agree with that too, Tiana, because I was doing instructional videos in the beginning. And then one day I literally was like, I don't have a video queued up, but I have a couple meetings, I have a couple things to do. So I'm just going to bring my camera. And that video took my channel to the next level, the vlogs. And so then I started doing more day in the life of a small business owner because so many people were wanting to start businesses. And I realized there was this gap on YouTube of like, people who were sharing business content were like already there. They'd already made it. They were kind of speaking backwards of like, okay, I did this, and this to get that. And it was just like, I want to see like a young Black woman who is grinding her way to the top. I was still living with my parents and like, I just showed everything. And I think that that level of transparency and letting your audience know, like, I feel like a lot of people feel as though value is only information or education, but there's a lot of value in just seeing someone's day to day, like different things that they do, like behind the scenes of your business. And so I really want to emphasize that vlogs can really add a lot of value because it kind of breaks this wall and creates this level of transparency with your audience that informational or instructional videos just don't really do.
I don't know how to live my life in the moment and then also capture content at the same time. How do you do that? Like, this is just advice for me.
Yeah, I draw the line. Like, Cassie, I think that there's this a perceived amount of knowing that the audience has to have. Like, I don't vlog everything. And so when I'm on a date with my husband or like when I'm doing certain things, like those are off limits. But for the most part, it's just like having boundaries for me where it's like my audience thinks that they know a lot more than they probably do, but those small moments of me putting my makeup on and talking while I'm doing that, or, stressing about a project that I'm trying to get done before the deadline, like they feel those different personality traits. And so oftentimes that's enough. You don't have to show so much. You just need to go deep with one thing that you're willing to share with your audience. And for me, that was like my entrepreneurship journey.
So when you're creating a vlog and you're deciding what to film, have you already decided the topic of that vlog, or do you just capture stuff and then see what, happens throughout the day?
So I definitely do plan a topic and then I'll do the vlog like revolving around that topic. So I know what to film, what B-roll I need to get for the vlog. So I think going in with a topic makes it a lot easier so you know exactly what to film.
Okay, that's really helpful. And then just like going deeper into the filming aspect, do you have a camera specifically for like, filming yourself and then one for B-roll so that both are happening at the same time? Or yeah, how does that work?
I definitely do have I've gotten a lot of equipment over the years, so it is helpful. Once you start learning, you realize what equipment's useful for you. So I've recently gotten like a little pocket camera that makes it really easy if I need to go out on the street and film, so I don't have like a big camera. And sometimes it's nicer to have those big professional cameras for certain B-roll, because if you want something to look really aesthetic, sometimes the nicer cameras get better like slow motion, or it just looks like the depth is nicer. So I do like to use different equipment for different shots.
A lot of people will fall into this trap of like, well, I gotta buy this camera first, and I gotta buy this mic first, and I gotta do that first, and I have to make it perfect in order for me to post it to my business's YouTube or whatever. And it's just like, no, just post, like post the thing, use your phone if that's what you have right now, like sit in front of a window, be close to the phone so your microphone actually picks it up, but make sure that that's something that you can build to, and not something that you feel you need in order to start. So I just wanted to add that in to encourage people that you don't have to have too much before getting started. But as your channel grows and you discover that you love creating content for YouTube, then you can definitely start investing in more gear to make your production value a lot higher.
That is such great advice, because I think a lot of people get paralysis over feeling like I'm not good enough, I don't have enough. But the truth is, you have to get started somewhere, right? We're constantly in a journey, and you're going to keep learning. And you know what? Sometimes that rawness of footage straight from your phone, that's an element of the personality that comes along with the video. So people just don't be afraid to get started. Okay, so Erin,
Absolutely.
how have you used live to connect with your audience in real time?
I love live. I feel like I call it quality time with my audience, because it's no other interaction digitally that you can have that's as close to live, because you just get that interaction. And I think that I personally love to use lives at least once a week, but for YouTube especially, I go live when I know I'm not going to be able to get an upload up for the week. So I think it's a great place filler if you're like, look, I'm swamped, I don't have time to film, I don't have time to edit. So go live with your audience. That's a great, way to use live and do Q&As, ask people where they're from, just kind of get to know my audience. And I noticed that I see a lot of similar names. I'll shout people out if I'm like, girl, you're always on my lives or whatever, just adding that personable feel. Because when you go live and you say someone's name who has been following you for months or years or whatever, they don't forget that, and they will message me like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for answering my question and pronouncing my name correctly. And it's small things like that that really help you build that community that YouTube really thrives on. So I love live. Do you guys use it?
Mainly, I use it for my Candle Biz Academy, which is like my little course that I created. A lot of my, subscribers on YouTube wanted additional content, so I made a course, and I use YouTube Live every 2 weeks. We get on. I have a little topic about business. Sometimes it'll be about candle making, sometimes it'll be about finances, and I get on live. And like you said, you see a lot of the same people coming on, and after a while, after you do it religiously every 2 weeks, you start to build a relationship. And it's so crazy because I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but I actually have my first retail spot that I'm opening up. I've kind of been getting everything together, and thank you. I announced it on YouTube. I did a YouTube video, and a lot of the people, because of the relationship I've been doing on live streams and with them on YouTube, they're like, I want to come out. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did not expect people to actually want to meet me in person, but this is all from YouTube.
Like a tourist hotspot. That's what's going to happen. You're
Right.
all the other.
Thank you, Cassey.
Okay, so Erin, how frequently should a small business be posting to YouTube?
I would say, well, I like to say start with as frequently as you can be. So if you can only get one video up a month, then start there, okay? But just commit to that one video a month. But I think an optimal place is at least once a week. So if you can commit to once a week and then up your frequency. I know a lot of people go in a little bit overzealous and they'll be like, I'm going to upload 3 times a week. You went in way too hot, girl. Like, you gotta bring it back some. So I think, making sure that you do something that's maintainable and doable for you. But I find that once a week is great. If you want to commit to once a week and you're like, okay, I'm in my groove, like I have an extra video this week, you can always like toss extras to your audience. They love that, but don't overcommit. So once a week would be ideal.
And how about you, Tiana?
Just sticking with a consistent schedule, even if you can do it once a month. But for me personally, my candle business, it's handmade, so it takes a long time to kind of balance, making these candles by hand and filming and editing videos, because I still do all of that myself. So even if you're not able to post once a week, which ideally posting it once a week would be great, and I try to hit once a week, but I remember just like what Erin said, I went in with it when I first was like gaining traction on YouTube. I committed to the once a week, but it really got to be a lot trying to do once a week videos and hand making these orders that I was getting. So I kind of dial it back to honestly, every 10 days, which I know is like an odd number for, someone to post on YouTube every 10 days. But I found that every 10 days is when I was able to get another video out. So I said, okay, let's just go for every 10 days. So even if it's not like, what you think a typical posting schedule would be, like once or twice a week, even if you're able to do it every 10 days or once a month, I think, as long as you're staying consistent, you're still going to see results.
So when building your channel on YouTube, what are the 3 most important things your audience should be seeing on your landing page?
When I was kind of like building my landing page out, I would go to people who are really established and I would check out theirs, because I'm like, they've been doing this for a long time. Let me see what they're doing. So one thing I noticed is that they utilize playlists a lot. So when I first started building my channel, I would think about what type of playlist I want to put on my channel. So when you first get there, everything's organized, right? So if I do, sometimes I do these things called mega candles, where I make these really big, ridiculous candles just for YouTube, and I have that in a playlist. If it's a studio vlog, I have that in a playlist. If it's something educational just about business, then I have a separate playlist for that. So I think that's really helpful, especially when someone's new and they're coming in and you have all this content and they're not like super overwhelmed by everything. They can kind of, check out your playlist and go from there. And also the channel banner. So that's a big one too, because when they first come, they're gonna see your banner and they want to know what you're about. Like, they see all these videos and they have no clue what's going on. Well, you can put in your channel banner a few words about like what you're about. So for me, it's candle business. I think it says productivity. So sometimes I teach business, like tips on how to organize your business. So when they get in there, they'll be like, okay, she's going to teach me about candles, studio vlogs, and then they kind of get an idea what you're about. So, and also utilizing those little links. For the longest, I didn't know there was links in the channel banner where you could like link them to your website. So that's a big one too. So you can like in that little banner, point them over to your website if they want to learn more about your products or your personal website. So I guess those are my 3 tips, if you're wanting to organize your YouTube channel.
Awesome.
Love that. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think, the banner, I try to have my upload frequency in there too, just so people know when to expect new content. And then you said exactly right. I find that I personally like when people have pictures of themselves in their banner. I don't know, it could be a personal preference, but I think it's cool to see a little glimpse. Maybe if you can show, if you have a vlog channel and you're really into beauty, fitness, and tech or whatever, having a couple little photos of you on your banner is always a great thing to help just give a snapshot of what your channel is. And then I always have my latest video playing as a channel trailer just to drive some extra traffic to it. So when people do land on my page, that first video or that latest video starts auto playing for my audience.
Yeah, that's perfect, you guys. Creating that cohesive branding across the board is really important. All right, so after,
I do have another quick thing to add though. Sorry, Cassie. I would
no, good.
say make your thumbnails look similar to each other. I think a big mistake a lot of YouTubers make is your thumbnails, one of them has a different font and then the next one has different colors and then, like they're kind of all over the place. Like people are trying to reinvent the wheel with every single thumbnail. And you don't have to do that. Just make your thumbnails really clear visually because it helps your channel just look more appealing.
Okay, this is a perfect transition because I was just about to ask you about thumbnails because I know thumbnails can be like the last thing you want to think about after spending all day, maybe the whole week editing a video. Erin, anything else you want to add about why thumbnails are so important?
Yes. So I just love talking about this stuff. So I I break YouTube down into getting them to click, getting them to watch, and then getting them to stay. So to get them to click is like the gateway into getting them to watch, which is the gateway into getting them to subscribe and to even stay, a member of your audience, basically. And so getting them to click is the most important thing that you have to do in order to introduce people to your work. So to create this video, edit it, upload it, and they're just like, oh shoot, I forgot to do the thumbnail. I'm just gonna throw this, random picture up or whatever. But you really want to take your time making sure your thumbnail is great. The biggest thing is a clear image. If you are someone who does food, for example, like the food needs to look amazing in that thumbnail and it needs to be very clear. I like to edit my thumbnail photos a little bit just to bump up the brightness or bump up the contrast so that what's in the image is really clear to see. And then I keep the text really simple. You don't have to be a graphic designer to make great thumbnails, but as long as the text is easy enough to read, especially on mobile, because mobile is so small that you want people to still be able to see what it says when they're looking from their phones. So yeah, I think that those are my biggest tips of just making them very clear and to make sure that your thumbnail message, like whatever text you put on the thumbnail, is not the exact same as your title. Like I see a lot of people say like, my favorite cookies or how to make chocolate chip cookies. And then the thumbnail will say how to make chocolate chip cookies. And I'm like, use the thumbnail to emotionally appeal to your audience. Use words that may not be as optimized. Like, that's a great title for a video. But then if there's 1,000 other, thumbnails that say that, maybe you break the cookie apart and say like the gooeyest, chocolatiest cookie or something like that in the thumbnail. So that way, it's more emotionally driven and it complements the title instead of mimicking the title.
I love that advice so much. And what I find helps with thumbnails as well is adding a little bit of mystery too, right? Like maybe showing a screenshot or something of like something about to happen and maybe even putting like an emoji or a question mark over the thing that is happening so people have to click in to see what is going on. And then also, I find that people really like to know what they're about to get after they watch the video. So for example, if I'm uploading an ab video or something, they want to see a picture of abs like right in their face and maybe a picture of like one of the moves so they know what they're about to click in for. But yeah, how about you, Tiana?
Of course, in the beginning, you're kind of playing around a little bit, but once you find the format, just sticking with it will really help get the audience to remember, who you are and get them recognizing your channel better.
So Tiana, you're known for going through and answering every comment. Like, how has direct engagement with your subscribers increased sales and your subscriber base?
Oh my gosh. So I do like to go through and answer, comments. And sometimes, if the video blows up a little more than I thought it would, like my last video got 300 comments, so I couldn't go through and I at least try to like them. And if I can't do a direct, like answering, all of the comments, but I feel like they took the time out of their day to come and watch my video. Like, we're all busy. Usually my videos are probably about 14 minutes or so in length. That's kind of, I don't like to go too long because I think like 30 minutes or sometimes, that can get a little bit of a big commitment to watch the video. So I find 14 minutes is kind of a good point or a sweet spot for me. So they took the time to come watch the video and they took the time to leave a comment. I like to at least take time, block an hour or so out of the day to go back and actually read the comments and give them a good response back, not just a, oh, thanks. Or I like to actually make a conversation, and it's just so awesome because, like I said, now people want to come out to the storefront when it opens up, and it's like, even sometimes people say, I feel like I know you, I feel like you're a friend because of the times they've commented on previous videos and we've chatted back and forth, and I see some of the same names, and I get to know these people just through comments. So I think commenting is super powerful, and you get to build relationships with your audience. And I think that's just a small thing that you could do in return for them taking time out of their day to come watch your video.
Absolutely. And I think just to add to that, that's like a huge advantage too, that when you're first starting your channel, you have the ability to like reply to everyone. And I think that that's like something that everyone should be doing. And like you said, Tiana, of course, if you have a video that goes viral or, that's just getting super like crazy engagement for a long time, it's a little bit, undoable. But I think when you're starting off as a smaller especially when you're starting off as a smaller channel, that's an advantage you have over a lot of large channels, because a lot of large channels don't have the bandwidth to respond to comments and really engage with their audiences on a high level. So I think that, take advantage of that because it really does help to grow your channel.
Thank you so much. So, Erin, what are 3 takeaways you'd like to leave with small businesses and ongoing creators out there?
Using your thumbnail to really complement it. So taking those tips we already talked about. The second thing is getting them to watch. So once they do click, is your video telling a story? I think that's the biggest thing that on YouTube, you need to have a beginning, middle, and end. So intro the video, whether it's a vlog or not, and intro it fast. Get into it. You don't need a long 30-second like intro theme song, like get into the meat of the video pretty quickly, because the beginning is where most people drop off, and really tell a story throughout your video and then wrap the story up at the end. And then getting them to stay is just really showing them personality. You don't always have to beg your audience to subscribe, because if they like you, they're gonna subscribe anyway. So, spending so many seconds throughout your video, or so many minutes throughout your video, like begging for subscribers is really kind of like time you can be using to keep telling your story and showing your personality. So I think that just making sure that you are not afraid to be yourself, and just engaging and encouraging them to engage is a great way to get people to stay. So those will be my top 3 things, on top of just not feeling the pressure of having to buy a whole bunch of equipment in order to get started. Like just starting scrappy and just kind of hitting the ground running and refining from there, and just letting other people get their eyes on your content so that they can give you some good feedback. One thing that I did when I was first starting my channel is I would watch who watched my video. So my mom, she would watch every single video before it made it to the channel. And if I noticed she was like zoning out or getting distracted, I would like see where in the video that was and be like, actually, I can trim that a little. Or if she would laugh or like be, really into it, I'm like, okay, I need to do more of this. Or maybe my delivery was a little bit better in this section of the video. So, I think that's a great way to kind of figure out how people are engaging with you, is to just watch someone watch your video, because sometimes other people's eyes are just, they see things a little bit differently than you.
Tiana, anything else you want to add?
Yes, I love that advice too. And I would say my top 3 tips would be just staying consistent in the beginning. I know, like, when I first started posting on YouTube, sometimes you put all of this effort. Of course, you're learning how to do all of these things like filming and editing, and it takes you a long time. And then you upload and maybe get like views. And sometimes that can be really discouraging. So I'd say staying consistent is my number one tip. Just always show up like people are watching. Like, don't even worry about the views in the beginning. It's a good time to start learning, new skills and improving the videos. So, just stay consistent posting your videos. And I would say the second tip that kind of goes into that is always learning. So always learn how can you improve the videos. My video in 2018, the camera work was awful. It was blurry. I'm pretty sure like half of my forehead was cut off, and I didn't know how to talk to a camera. So I really had to learn how to develop those skills. So even if it's not perfect in the beginning, it's totally fine. And you can just use that as time to learn how to improve each and every time. So like each video, maybe you can watch it back and be like, okay, what can I do better next time? Even if it's lighting or audio or just learning different, video techniques. So always learning is another tip. And I would say my last one is to make content that you enjoy. So don't worry about making content that's going to go viral, because if you keep that momentum up and you're making videos just because you think, okay, what's popular, then you're really going to burn yourself out. And you may end up not enjoying the content that you're making. And so I would say just make content that you enjoy, because if you enjoy it, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to get up every day and turn on the camera and to edit if it's something that you enjoy doing. So those are my 3 tips.
I love that last piece of advice you gave so much, because similar to a workout, if you don't get up in the morning and actually look forward to that workout that you're going to do, it's not going to become a sustainable lifestyle. And as a YouTuber, this is a lifestyle. And yeah, we create content for our audience, but you're also creating it for yourself. And I feel like a lot of creators actually burn out because they stop loving what they're doing. And look, there's nothing wrong with like loving it, 3 years ago when you first started, but you change as a human, and it is okay to change your content as well. And some subscribers will not like that and they'll unsubscribe or whatever, but that's okay, because as long as you are feeding your own soul, the ones who truly love you will come along for the ride, and you'll also gain the followers who love, the new you or the evolving you. So I love that you're saying that you have to enjoy the content you're making, because that's how you're going to stop yourself from burning out. So thank you for that piece of advice.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, totally agree.
So, I mean, but all the tips that you guys gave, like all of that, everyone who is watching this, like, do all of that, because that is all great advice.
Yes, and it's okay to take a little break. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
okay to take a little break if you're feeling like, I need a break. I've been going strong for however long, and like you just need a mental break from everything, then that's fine too.
No,
Absolutely. I've done like 1-month breaks before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's okay. It's okay to take a break and be like an artist and like, come out every once in a while. It makes it more special, right? And just recently, I was beginning to feel a little bit burnt out with videos and social media, and I took like a 4-day break, I guess. But that's what I needed to get excited again about the content that I was making. It's not like I was bored of it. Sometimes you just need to step away for a second, and that's
Yeah, you get so into a routine. You're like, record, edit, upload, record, edit, upload. And it's just this constant routine, which is great. But sometimes, like you say, you just need a little break.
yeah, just like a computer, just like restart real quick.
Right. Yeah.
Well, ladies, that is a wrap. Thank you, everyone, for joining me, Cassey Ho, Tiana Coates, and Erin Winters on The Secrets to Success. You can follow Tiana and Erin's journeys on YouTube at Tiana Coates and Erin On Demand. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Visit the Google Small Business YouTube channel for other inspiring panels, workshops, and helpful resources that can help you get started on YouTube.